Good, good, happy Thursday morning, March 2019. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, New Hampshire unsolved case file. Who killed Kenneth Jackie? Let's take a look at the video.
Do you need to replace your roof this year? Call Century Roofing today to arrange a free estimate. Call now to take advantage of our spring special and get $500 off your total roof replacement. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Okay, and there you go on that video. If you have a tip, you can submit it to New Hampshire Cold Case. Eversource to trim 2,800 miles of trees to prevent damage during storms. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
For 10 years, New England homeowners have trusted Century Roofing. We get the job done right at a fair price. Call today to arrange a free estimate and to reserve a spot for your 2019 roof replacement. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
And Eversource is taking steps to prevent more damage when severe storms strike. The utility company plans to spend $32 million to trim hazardous trees in New Hampshire. It will focus on trees that were damaged by weather, gypsy moth, and emerald ash borers. Altogether, more than 2,800 miles of trees will be trimmed across the state.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. More parents, including actress Lori Loud, appear in court on admission scam charges. Let's take a listen to this video from WMUR News 9, Siobhan Lopez.
Right now at Ippolito's during our spring sale, you will receive a double discount equal to twice the No comment from Douglas Hodge, former CEO of PIMCO Investment Management, after he leaves federal court in Boston. He was arraigned on charges that he paid admissions consultant Rick Singer $525,000 to get two of his children into USC on false athletic credentials. This all part of a college admissions scam involving 50 people, including actresses Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman.
It's kind of selling the whole educational process short, to be honest.
Brennan Barnard is director of college counseling at the Derryfield School. He says the scandal shows an extreme result of what's known as helicopter parenting, and that kids in those situations don't know how to cope once they get to college.
They've been under so much pressure that then when they get to college and they face adversity, sometimes they just kind of shut down.
Barnard also works with Harvard Business School's Making Caring Common program, which works to educate admissions offices, parents, and high schools to send the message to young people about meaningful ways they can be attractive candidates.
We value that you are the leader of this group, but we also value that you stay home and take care of your younger sibling while your parents work, or that you are working a full-time job or a half-time job to help support your family. And those things matter.
Barnard says the focus should be more on student engagement and less on the name of the school your child gets accepted to.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Cleanup continues 6 months after Merrimack Valley explosions. Let's take a listen to that video from WCVB Boston.
At Beltates, customers will find everything they need for a building project. The brand names you trust to perform. And with a fleet of over 50 delivery vehicles, we deliver when and where our customers need them. Beltates Building Products. 9 locations throughout New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
Families and businesses, Randy and Antoinette, there are signs everywhere that show you the effects of the disaster. Here is a cafe that is for sale. It's been shuttered since the gas line disaster. And across the street, the same is true for a bodega here in South Lawrence. 6 months ago, on September 13th, an overpressurized gas line led to widespread fires and explosions across Lawrence, Andover, and North Andover. Thousands were forced to evacuate, and many could not return home for months. Columbia Gas replaced the pipeline at the center of the disaster, restored service, and installed new appliances to nearly all. Columbia Gas says it has addressed more than 24,000 claims, paying out nearly $95 million. There are more than 800 claims still to resolve. But there is still a lot of work to be done repairing roads, streets, and backyards that were torn up or damaged by the construction. And the leaders from the 3 communities are seeking reimbursement for millions of tax dollars that were spent in response to the disaster.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Students graduate from BAE Systems program promoting system careers. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
GMI Asphalt is currently accepting job applications to join our team. We have an aggressive pay scale. Health insurance benefits. Both men and women are urged to contact the office of GMI Asphalt or visit us on the web at gmiasphalt.com.
Move over, pomp and circumstance. This graduation ceremony is capped off with the Battle of the Bots.
3, 2, 1, begin.
These robots are the creations of 18 high school students selected for the 10-week Focus program, fostering opportunities and careers utilizing STEM, offered by BAE Systems as a way to promote STEM and help fill future jobs.
I really love it. You don't see many women in the technology field, and I don't really know why, but I love the hands-on experience, and I love being able to express myself through creativity and coming up with new ideas.
Over the past 15 years, many students who've been through the Focus program have gone on to careers in STEM, and some even returning for jobs at BAE Systems.
It gives students an opportunity before they even have to make a decision about what they're going to go to college for, if a STEM career would be a great choice for them.
I'm definitely going into the engineering field. I just don't know what I want to do yet. This kind of solidified. I want to do either mechanical or electrical engineering.
Driving home that they can do this if they just focus. The program is offered 3 times a year in New Hampshire. In Hooksett, Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. President Trump, FAA order all 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9 aircrafts grounded after deadly crash in Ethiopia. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Charisse Leclerc.
Do you need a new roof but think you can't afford it? Our average customer pays $7,500 for a total roof replacement, and we have finance plans with payment options under $150 per month. Call today. Century Roofing, we've got you covered.
Boeing 737 MAX 8 and MAX 9 aircraft grounded indefinitely.
Pilots have been notified. Airlines have been all notified. Airlines are agreeing with this. The safety of the American people and all people is our paramount concern.
Investigators are once again on the scene of a deadly plane crash involving that type of jetliner. All 157 people on board an Ethiopian Airlines flight Sunday were killed when the Boeing 737 MAX 8 crashed just minutes after takeoff. One of the pilots had reported flight control problems, and this deadly crash in October killed 189 people. A MAX 8 went down in Indonesia. After that crash, 2 U.S. pilots reported issues to NASA involving their autopilot, saying once it was engaged, their MAX 8 started going nose downward. After the grounding today, there was mixed reaction at Manchester-Boston Regional Airport.
I think that's probably the right thing to do. However, I'd have no problem flying one. I fly them all the time.
This traveler says she actually checked what kind of plane she'd be traveling in today.
We actually just did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's a little, I never have before this, but it's an issue now. You really do think about it.
Meantime, Boeing tonight saying they have full confidence in the safety of the 737 MAX and say the grounding is out of an abundance of caution and in order to reassure the flying public of the aircraft's safety. And tonight, impacted airlines are now working with passengers to rebook those affected flights. Live at the Manchester-Boston Regional Airport, I'm Charisse Leclerc, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Dow features slightly lower after China industrial output growth slumped to 17-year low. U.S. stocks indexes were slightly lower Thursday morning after market participants reacted cautiously to mixed economic data from China. Feds uncover the nationwide college admissions scandal by accident. The FBI uncovered the $25 million nationwide college admission cheating scandal by accident while agents were working an unrelated security fraud case, two law enforcement sources told ABC News. And that did it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. Goodbye, everyone.